Welcome to my Neeko guide. If you're in a hurry, I put very short version at the end, so there you can see my runes, items and skills and summoner spells and such. So if you're in a hurry. But if not, then just let the video continue. I put timestamps on runes and such on the below for those two, but if you are in a hurry, you can go just to the end of the video and you can just watch those, but it's not as informative as the whole video, so I hope you watch the whole video so you get the better idea why things are happening. But yeah, let's go to the video. Okay, so first the runes. When you think about runes, you have to choose runes that fit your playstyle, as I did with mine. So these are the runes that fit my playstyle the best. I myself am using Domination and Inspiration. As my keystone rune, the main rune, I choose Dark Harvest. Dark Harvest is good for bot lane, because there are more champions there than on other lanes, because there are 2 enemies and possibly jungle, so there might be 3 chances to harvest these souls. So Dark Harvest is great for doing damage, and to gather damage in bot lane it is easier than on many other lanes, so that's why Dark Harvest is great for bot lane and for support Neeko. Of course, Electrocute is great, even better maybe than the Dark Harvest, but I myself am not good at with Neeko's auto attacks, which are pretty critical, I would say, for using Electrocute with Neeko, so Dark Harvest fits me the best. My second rune is Taste of Blood. I used Cheap Shot before, but higher the ranks are, the harder it is to hit your bind with Neeko, so that is why I don't use Cheap Shot in the Platinum, because you need to hit your bind to do more damage, so that's why I take Taste of Blood, so I can trade better with the enemy, because this gives Neeko some heal, so it is great for Neeko. You probably take damage when trading and you want to heal it up. And again, remember, you use runes that fit your playstyle the best. If you are great with skill shots, then of course take the cheap shot there, of course. My third rune is a Zombie Ward. It gives me AP and AD, and I can clear wards with reward, so it's a nice mini game there. It's fun to play, so this is why I fell in love with Zombie Ward. And of course, every one of these runes are valid. This gives more AP, I think, but a Zombie Ward is great for applying vision to the map. When you clear out wards, you get vision for yourself, so it puts Zombie Ward there, so this is great. I really like this and recommend this one. Just remember to put lens at some point with Neeko, so this one can be useful. And the fourth option, Relentless Hunter. The reason why I use Relentless Hunter is that I can land my ultimate better in mid and end game by running from the backline to the front, so, and this is also great for escaping. This is a good possibility if you need more heal in your lane, if someone is poking you. I always put items that has active ability, so this one would be great also, but this one is the best of these 4, I think. Neeko's ultimate is also important, so I don't discriminate this one either, so this one should do it also, so, but Relentless Hunter works for me the best. And then the Inspiration. Perfect timing, of course, because it gives you free stopwatch, and this is worth 650 gold, and you can put Zonias through this item. You can save yourself with this, so it is minus 300 gold for enemy, or you can bait a kill with this, which is plus 300 gold for you, so stopwatch is the best for Neeko, definitely. I don't think there is another that is better than this one, but I like it. And then my last rune, Cosmic Insight. This is good because you need flash a lot. You need to flash in and maybe flash out with Neeko. Probably flash in, but also flash out. And the item haste. It gives a cooldown for your items too, which are Rocket Belt probably, and Zonias. That is why this rune is great. But you can also use biscuits if you poke much at bot lane. Also approach velocity. I think that is a possibility, but I think this Cosmic Insight is the best. There are possible variations for that too. And I use 2 offense to get more AP damage to the enemies and 1 armor, so I can trade better the ADC. Always be on the lookout what your enemies are. Those might affect what runes you want to pick. You can use this as a default. All of this should work in every situation. This is a pretty solid build for Neeko. Always pick the runes that fit you the best. These are the runes that seem to fit me the best, but they should work with you also. So these are the runes that I myself would recommend to you. So let's see the items. I start always with Spell Thief's Edge because it has ability power, HP, mana regen and gold regen, and it gives gold when you poke, so it is very good. And then I start with Stealth Ward, and when the Spell Thief's Edge quest is complete, it starts giving own wards, so then I change this to Oracle Lens, the Stealth Ward. Of course, first I take 2 potions, so Spell Thief's Edge, 2 potions and Stealth Ward is what I always start. I don't see any other possibilities for me, so that is the best start I can think of. And then when I get back, if the quest is complete, I change to Oracle Lens, of course, and I try to buy Control Ward. This will benefit our Zombie Ward quest, so that is good. So does the Oracle Lens, so try to get Oracle Lens as soon as possible. Then I may build Boots, Ruby or Amplifying Tome if I don't know what to build against yet, or if I'm losing or winning the lane. And if you have the money, you can even build the Sorcerer's Boots. This gives you a lot of damage because Neeko has good AP without many AP items. So I should recommend you maybe build Sorcerer's Shoes first and Ruby Crystal and Amplifying Tome. But if enemy has lots of heal, take Oblivion Orb for example. And if enemy has Assassin, you should always rush Zhonya's Hourglass. If I'm winning very much the lane, I take the Rocket Belt, and if I'm losing the lane much, I take the Shurlei's Battle Song first. I used to do almost always Hextech Rocket Belt, but it's more expensive, and I think Shurlei Battle Song is better because you can control what your own team is doing. For example, when you engage yourself and put this to your allies also, they will engage more intensively than they would without it. So this is psychological, it's cheaper, and it gives movement speed and damage to allies. So I would highly recommend Shurlei's Battle Song, because this is more like if you want to do own plays, but this helps your whole team out, so that's good to know. And as you see, well, these two, all the core items of Neeko are active items. So if you want to play Neeko, I should really recommend you practicing these active items. So if enemy has great heals, you put Morellonomicon or at least Oblivion Orb, cause you might need to put something else too. If enemy has tanks, you put World Stuff, and if enemy has spells that you always catch or they have lots of AP, put Banshee as well. And then there are 2 items which are expensive, but I have even once used this two at least. So this is a good against also tanks, and it gives you HP, so sometimes I put this giant spell for my last item, and if the game goes on and on, then I put Demonic Embrace for it. And then of course same thing goes for Realize Scepter. I put this one first, and I only put Realize Scepter for sometimes I have had team comps that I'm the only great CC on our team, so I put Realize Scepter to be more CC on our team, so that is why I have even once put Realize Scepters, but that is a possibility. It is an expensive item, so you have to be careful when to build it. And of course what the enemy team is building. It really affects what you are building. And when you have full build or when it's endgame, sometimes I pick Elixir of Iron, or this is the most popular one I think I pulled. It gives Neeko HP and it gives tenacity, and Big Neeko is of course cool looking, and it leaves a speed trail for everyone you to follow in engages, so it's fun. And if we need more damage, I put Elixir of Sorcery, of course. As for skill leveling order, there are many variations. What I think when I'm skill ordering. First I go to the bushes. It sometimes depends on what the enemy team is doing. For example, if enemy team is invading right here, I might just take the double V because of that and pretend to be my ADC and make my ADC walk there, and then they use their skills to that. Then the clone goes there, they think it's ADC or something, and they might use their summoner spells for it. Then we have a chance to engage, but usually they back off after that, so usually that covers our jungle very well. Another reason to take double V as first is that if you are playing against melee support, you want to poke him out with the passive that double V is giving, so every third attack deals more damage. So that is two reasons I take double V. Also, if enemy team is invading, I might take E for first, if we need to save people, or we are invading and I need to bind people so we can kill them. Kill those enemy champions. That is two reasons why I take E first. I also take E first if I know the lane is going to be hard anyway, so it gives a lot of pressure in early. Sometimes I take E because of that. If everything goes smoothly in jungle and nothing special happens, I take Q first. I usually these days take Q first because it's good poke against enemy and it deals damage. So normal situation I take Q first. Either way, if I take the double V first, I take the E next, and if I take the Q first, I take the E next, and if I take the E first, I take the Q next. So those are the orders. You have to skill all of these skills at bot lane first, so one for each anyways. So Neeko is very flexible, so the order can change with you what you take from there, but always take one of each before starting to level up things. So first I max Q, and then I max E, and of course I max ultimate when it's ready, as soon as possible when it's ready to be maxed out. Lastly, I usually level my double V. You have to be pretty flexible to play Neeko, so there are many things that you can do with the skills and skill order. You can always play differently in bot lane with your skills, so be on a lookout on that. And of course, summoner spells, flash always and ignite always. I don't use anything else with Neeko. Not in mid lane and not in support lane. Always flash and ignite. So shortly, these are the runes you want to pick. Starting items, Beltief's Edge, Stealth Ward and 2 potions. Core items, Surulai's Battle Song or Hextech Rocket Belt, then Zhonya's, then Sorcerer's Boots. And if the enemy has heals, then build Morale Nomicon. If the enemy has lots of AP damage, build Banshee's Veil. And if the enemy has lots of tank, build Void Staff. And as for skill ordering, take Q first, then E, then double V, and then max Q, max E, and max double V. And of course ultimate when it's ready to be put a skill, then of course ultimate comes first. And of course summoner spells, ignite and flash. If you have any questions, put those down below, and if this guide helped you, thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you on my next video though. So see you guys later.